At the center of all the turmoil in the boxing world is a fierce rivalry between two of its biggest stars, Keen Davis and Gervonta Tank Davis. The latest furious altercation between the two at an airport brought this feud, which has enthralled both fans and commentators, to a head. Fans anxiously await whether the rivalry will spill into the ring, as what began as a verbal sparring session has developed into one of the sport's most fierce rivalries. Keen Davis has finally come forward to explain why this is a very personal feud rather than merely another boxing matchup. Both of their careers could be redefined by this battle. The boxing industry has been observing the simmering tension between Keen Davis, a younger, hungry fighter ready to establish himself, and Tank Davis, a formidable opponent renowned for his spectacular knockout skills and exuberant demeanor, for months. With good reason, Tank is considered one of the most dangerous fighters in the lightweight division. He is a terror for anyone who dares to stand across from him in the ring because of his nearly unmatched knockout power. Because of his skills, he has been dubbed Tank, which reflects his fierceness and capacity to destroy opponents with a single blow. But Keen is not a person who gives up easily. The emerging star has been outspoken in his conviction that Tank has been avoiding genuine challenges, and he is confident in his own skills. He doesn't hesitate to criticize Tank, accusing him of boosting his reputation and fighting less formidable opponents. Tank, who usually doesn't like to be pushed, has responded sharply to Keen's audacity, which has just fueled the flames. The final straw was the altercation at the Dubai airport. According to witnesses, there was a violent verbal altercation between Tank and Keen after they met face to face in the terminal. Tank, who usually remained composed outside of the ring, was clearly angry. However, Keen appeared unmoved and persisted in taunting Tank, which only made things worse. Reports state that Tank finally delivered a punch, a move that shocked the boxing community and went viral right after. Since then, fans have been left to wonder if this fight will continue to be a verbal sparring match, or if it will progress to a real ring fight. But Keen wasn't finished with the disparaging remarks. He said that Tank's ring approach has caused him to undervalue opponents in a statement that fanned the flames even more. According to him, Tank only gives his finest work when he is really challenged, and this could be the last of him. Keen's statements demonstrate his audacity. With confidence that he could deliver a punch that would knock Tank to the ground, he questioned, "If I touch him, what's going to happen?" Many fans are now excited to see the two square off after his remarks prompted contentious discussions. Tank, for his part, retaliated by disparaging Keen's performance history and skill set. When Keen made disparaging remarks about Tank's mother and sibling, the verbal altercation became more heated. Tank took exception to these comments and was clearly agitated. The insults weren't merely derogatory remarks. They were intended to agitate Tank, and they were successful. Tank became enraged, and it became evident that this had turned into a personal matter rather than only being a ring contest. The two combatants eventually engaged in a viral punch at the airport as their altercation grew more heated. This was a window into the hostility that has been growing between them for months, not just another viral moment. Their rivalry has become one of the most dramatic in recent memory as a result of the airport incident, which is currently one of the most talked about incidents in boxing. The drama has only been heightened by Keen's handling of the whole matter. He said that Tank's behavior outside of the ring demonstrated his dread of genuine difficulties and that he was incapable of handling the reality. Keen's remarks were scathing and made it apparent that he is prepared to make amends, whether in the ring or elsewhere. He is unquestionably confident, and it's clear that he thinks Tank has no option but to attack him right now. The fans are supporting Keen, and many of them concur that Tank must prove himself against someone as eager and driven to succeed as Keen. Keen's ascent has been remarkable. He is rapidly becoming well known for his knockout power, aggressive attitude, and lightning-fast combos. It's understandable why fans are beginning to draw comparisons between him and some of the best boxers in history. He is a genuine danger to anyone at the top, not simply a prospect. He has demonstrated that he isn't scared to criticize the greatest names in the sport, and his ambition is evident. Although Tank now holds the top slot, Keen is vying for it. Keen thinks Tank's finest days are over, even if he still rules the division. When Tank faces opponents who don't challenge him, he perceives Tank as a fighter who doesn't always lock in, which could cause issues if he underestimates someone like Keen. Tank occasionally fights to the level of his opponents, as evidenced by his prior bouts. This is a risky habit for someone who wishes to stay at the top of the sport. Some well known boxers, including as Floyd Mayweather, have supported Keen's ascent and influenced his career. Mayweather, who also served as Tank's early career mentor, now believes Keen has a genuine shot to defeat Tank. Their antagonism has produced a complicated dynamic, and Floyd's intervention has made the drama much more intense. Mayweather has made no secret of his belief in Keen, saying he believes the young fighter will become a world champion in the future. Keen's confidence has only grown as a result of Floyd's encouragement, and he is now demanding a battle with Tank to establish his medal. Tank is fighting Keen for more reasons than simply retaining his title as the lightweight division's king. It's about demonstrating that he can maintain his dominance without Floyd. There has been a lot of conjecture around Tank and Mayweather's relationship, and as Keen's fame keeps growing, their tension has only increased. Tank has stated unequivocally that he is not scared to fight anyone, and he is prepared to enter the ring with Keen if necessary. But much less attention is being paid to Tank's impending bout with Lamont Roach. Although Roach is a good fighter, many fans think he isn't as good as Tank, and the bout doesn't have the same drama and intrigue as one with Keen. Part of the reason for the lack of interest is because Roach is not as well known as Keen's growing star. Although there may still be value to the bout, spectators are more interested in the intrigue that surrounds the possible Tank Keen battle. Keen is demonstrating that he is prepared to fight anyone, even if it means facing opponents like Tank Davis or Shocker Stevenson. None of them intimidate him, and he is keen to establish himself in the ring. This already complex rivalry has been further compounded by his recent remarks regarding Shocker and his sparring sessions with the fighter. Although Shocker Stevenson is regarded as one of the division's top fighters, Keen isn't scared to express his belief that he has the means to defeat him. Keen has risen quickly in the sport, and his willingness to criticize the biggest boxing icons only serves to increase his appeal. He has demonstrated that he isn't scared to voice his opinions and is prepared to support them in the ring. Fans are anxious to see if the drama will turn into a true fight, making Tank and Keen's rivalry one of the most anticipated bouts in boxing. It's only a question of whether Tank will take up the challenge now that both combatants have shown they can perform well in the ring. The boxing community is keeping a careful eye on the drama as it develops to see what will happen next. There is no denying Keen's ascent, and his audacity is something that cannot be disregarded. Although Tank still holds the title, Keen is vying for it, and their rivalry may be the most thrilling development in boxing in years. Still, it's unclear if Tank will accept the challenge or keep avoiding the bout that everyone wants to witness. Fans are excitedly anticipating the day when these two ultimately face off because they believe that the answer is in the ring.